Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader. It's Tuesday night, September the 6th. These are the charts of the day. Well, the market had a really disastrous 300-point drop in the morning on the Dow. Came way back with the NASDAQ 100 making up 55 points and closing just a tad in the negative column. But the stocks that had relative strength today, let's take a look at those. Pharmaceuticals, VRUS, which has been phenomenal all year and went through a 2-for-1 split recently. Just absolutely ripped today for another 633 or almost 10% on 2 million shares and made a new all-time high. Very good relative strength there. Speaking of relative strength, MITK, phenomenal stock, absolutely ripping. It's nearly doubled just in the last week and a half, coming from about 7 and change up to almost 13, and just in the last week and a half. So this is up against if you take a step back and look at the pattern, you'll see that it's up against midline channel on the long-term channel. But the long-term channel has a projection up in the mid to high 20s. So let's hope for a breakthrough here. If we can extend it, may even see something in a mid to high teens short term. Regeneron acting great as well, REGN. You can see how it broke through key resistance yesterday, or should I say Friday, and followed through today with a gain of 377 or almost 6%, 2.1 million traded. Looking real good and probably will test, maybe if we're lucky, take out the 72.3 zone and get up into the high 70s, 80 range. LQDT, another big day today. We had a big pop last Thursday, backed off Friday, and today came on again. Right at the top of this channel. If it breaks through here, we can see a pop that takes us into the mid-30s. That's my short-term target. Research in motion, acting well as well, RIMM. After breaking the down channel, you'll see the stock moved up, pull right back to that breakout point and the trend line, and then bounced today for 85 cents or about 3%, but 24.5 million shares traded. I like this action. If it does continue higher, we'll look for something around 36 thereabout short term. Up next, STAA, pulling back very gently today, it reversed. Closed up 22 cents, but more importantly, it's a very bullish pattern. Let's step back and take a look at the ongoing trend in a nice down market. When you get that kind of relative strength, to breaking out of the base, stocks move from the 3 range up to nearly 9, almost tripling in the last month. Very, very nice action. ZAGG, Z-A-G-G, stepping back and looking at the longer term pattern, you'll see that the stock's been in a beautiful up channel for about a year and a half. Been consolidating nicely in this range. We have a double top at 17. If taken out, could lead to much higher levels. And we look for this to move into the low to mid 20s eventually, maybe even 30. You step back and look at the long-term pattern here. Very nice action and could see much higher levels. Somewhere up in this zone, perhaps in the high 20s. Could take place. Up next is EGO, gold. A couple of the gold stocks I'm going to look at today. This has had a key breakout of late. And if you take a look at the pattern as it develops here, this is a breakout with some decent volume through key overhead resistance. Now, I'd love to see it pull back, but I'm looking for something in the mid-20s on EGO short term. MAKO also looking quite good here. You can see how the stock broke through this declining tops line there. Consolidating in this zone, but any move above 38 or so, I think we get into the low to mid 40s for MAKO. PANL also a beautiful explosive move and now flag in its area. A move up here gets us up to the 60-63 zone short term. Let's see if we can get out through 54.5 area. Shipping stock Genco. I like the way it's reversed today. Coming down into the 620 range and closing up towards 674. Let's get this above today's high. And we will be able to get this one moving up towards what I consider the target around 88 1/4. There's your channel. Questcor also looking pretty good here. If you draw the channel top, you'll see that it's in a beautiful rising channel. Right there, top of that channel measures high 30s. If we can get up past the 32 zone or so, I think we'll see that mid to high 30s. Another gold stock, AUY, continues to excel, although it did reach higher levels at one point today. It did back off. And then lastly, today's MFN, another gold stock, Minefinders, which popped just a little, just a few cents, but it looks like it's edging through important resistance and maybe through the top of the channel. But it does accelerate here. We could see 20 short term. Here's a review of a dozen or so stocks that are acting very good here, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night. Take it easy.